The untold story of Moses, the prince who chose God. The greatest leaders are not born in comfort, they are forged through trials. Thousands of years ago, the land of Egypt was ruled by a powerful pharaoh. The Israelites had become slaves, forced to build cities under the burning sun. Pharaoh feared their growing numbers and gave a cruel command: every Hebrew baby boy must be killed. But one mother refused to surrender her son. She carefully placed her newborn baby into a small basket coated with tar, then gently set it among the reeds of the Nile River. Every wave carried the child farther from her arms, yet she trusted that God was watching. The basket drifted until it reached Pharaoh's daughter. When she opened it, she found a crying baby. Instead of obeying her father's order, her heart was filled with compassion. She adopted the child and named him Moses, because he had been drawn out of the water. Growing up, Moses lived in the royal palace. He wore fine clothes, received the best education, and was treated like Egyptian royalty. Yet deep inside, he knew he was not Egyptian. One day, Moses saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. Filled with anger, he struck the Egyptian and killed him. Believing no one had seen what happened, he buried the body in the sand, but the truth could not stay hidden. When Pharaoh learned what Moses had done, he sought to kill him. Moses fled into the wilderness of Midian, leaving behind the palace, wealth, and power. For 40 years, Moses lived as a shepherd. The prince became a servant. The man who once walked through royal halls now wandered lonely deserts, caring for sheep. Then, one ordinary day, everything changed. On Mount Horeb, Moses noticed a bush that was burning, yet it was not consumed by the fire. As he stepped closer, a voice called from the flames, "Moses, Moses!" He answered, "Here I am." The voice said, "Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground." It was God. God revealed his plan. Moses would return to Egypt and lead the Israelites out of slavery. Moses was afraid. He questioned himself. Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh? What if they don't believe me? I'm not a good speaker. But God answered every fear. I will be with you. God gave Moses miraculous signs and appointed his brother Aaron to speak alongside him. With courage born from faith, Moses returned to Egypt. Again and again he stood before Pharaoh. "Let my people go." Pharaoh refused. Then Egypt was struck by devastating plagues. The Nile turned to blood. Darkness covered the land. Locusts destroyed crops. Frogs filled the houses. Yet Pharaoh continued to harden his heart. Finally came the last plague. Every Israelite family marked their doorposts with the blood of a lamb, trusting God's command. That night, the judgment passed over those homes, and Pharaoh finally allowed the Israelites to leave. After more than 400 years of slavery, freedom had come. But Pharaoh quickly changed his mind. His army chased the Israelites until they stood trapped between the Egyptian soldiers and the Red Sea. Fear spread through the people. There was nowhere to run. Then God told Moses to stretch out his staff over the sea. A mighty wind blew through the night. The waters divided, forming walls on both sides, and the Israelites walked across on dry ground. When Pharaoh's army followed, the waters returned, ending the pursuit. The people were free, yet the wilderness brought new challenges. There was hunger, thirst, and uncertainty. Still, God provided manna from heaven, water from rocks, and his constant presence. On Mount Sinai, Moses received the 10 Commandments, God's covenant with his people. Moses was not a perfect man. He struggled with fear, he made mistakes, he became frustrated. Yet God chose him because of his faith and obedience. The story of Moses reminds us that God often calls ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary purposes. Your past does not disqualify you. Your weaknesses do not surprise God. Like Moses, you may feel unqualified, but when God calls you, he also provides the strength to fulfill his purpose. Perhaps today God is inviting you to trust him with your own journey. The question is not whether you are strong enough. The question is whether you are willing to follow him.